Hi, Tri-State. It's not our Facebook Live Friday. It's actually Thursday, but I am so honored to have Don Daseke with us here, the chairman and president of Daseke, who owns us. It's so exciting. Today we are unveiling the Legacy Lodge. Most of you have seen it, and we did do a tour. But we have customers and representatives and chairman like Don and John Wilbur's here to come see it and see what we have to share with you guys, the drivers. So I have prepared some questions for Don, and so let's just jump right into it. Okay, so first of all, welcome.
It's great to be here with you. I'm very excited to be here for the grand opening of the Legacy Lodge.
All right, so you found success in multiple industries, including real estate and telecommunications, and now you lead a transportation empire. So what is it about the transportation industry that sets it apart from other industries you've been a part of?
Well, that's a great question, Riley, and I think the difference is the people, and I think Tri-States is a perfect example of the quality of people that make up our family. John and Russ and Vonda and all the Vonda make up the quality people that you have here at Tri-States. You know, there are no better people anywhere. And I think that's what excites me about this company. And you're part of Tri-States is part of the Daseke family now of companies, and we really look for people, for companies that care about their people. As you know, because if you don't care about your people, you're not our kind of folks. And Tri-States cares about its people. The folks here that work at the headquarters, the folks, you drivers that are all around the country, we really care for you. We care about your safety, we care about you as people, we care about the maintenance of your equipment. We want you to have the best equipment possible. But that's what makes trucking very special, and I think it makes Daseke even more special.
All right, so one key to success is dedication and grit. So one of the biggest questions I have for you is, what is the most important quality we must be equipped with to find success even in the midst of challenges?
Well, that's another terrific question, and I think grit is probably number one, because you have to have perseverance, you have to have commitment to stick with it, even when there are tough days, and I know you have tough days, I have tough days, and you can't give up. You have to hang in there when the going gets tough. The old expression, when the going gets tough, the tough get going, is really true, I believe. And for you to do that, it takes grit, and you have to be determined. And no matter what, no matter how bad the traffic is, the delays you have that day, you have some truck maintenance issues, whatever, you have to have a philosophy. Well, I'm just going to hang with it. I'm going to let those problems, throw those problems behind me. Every day is a new day, and I'm just going to succeed, and it takes grit to do that.
So an interesting fact that I've learned about you is that you started with business quite young, and you had an ice cream business,
That's
right?
I did.
So did you always want to be in business, or were there other ventures that you wanted to explore?
Well, that's another great question, and I had a paper route through newspapers when I was the age of 9. Sold tickets to sporting events when I was in junior high school. In high school, I worked at an ice cream place and made soft ice cream cones and sundaes and milkshakes, and did that all through high school and all through college to pay my way. I had to earn my way through college. And I think it was a good start. My dad had always had his own business in a small town in Indiana. and so I really believed in my dad, and I saw how people respected him, even though he didn't make a lot of money. People respected him, and that was really important to me. You know, I wanted to be respected, and I wanted to be valued by other people. And so that's what I wanted to live up to the example that my dad set, you know, many years ago. And I'm sure my dad's up in heaven looking down and say, Don, I'm proud of you. You've lived up to what I taught you. I always told my parents that I got my common sense from my dad and my intelligence from my mom. And they both liked that, because my mom went to college, my dad couldn't go to college. And so, but I got something from each of them, and that made them proud.
All right. Something that you believe in greatly is investing in people, and that's very obvious in how you run the company. So what are some ways that we can invest to people in our industry, and aside from that, to people in general?
Well, there's many ways, some big ways and some little ways. As examples, when I went through, when I had a car and I called the repair company for service, a Lexus serviceman came out to fix the problem with my car. And the first thing he did was hand me his business card. So here's a roadside technician for Lexus, and he was very proud to have a business card. So we've tried to apply that idea to our drivers having business cards, because I think that it's really important that we respect each one of the people that are in the Daseke family. So respect is number one. Compensation is important. We want to be the leader in the way we pay all of our people. And I've felt for some time that drivers deserve more respect and more compensation. And that's the way we get that's the way any company gets people to do very difficult jobs and very challenging jobs. And driving a truck is a challenging job. It's a difficult job. And there's a lot of responsibility that goes with that. So you deserve to get extraordinary compensation as part of that. And we try to do our best, and that's something that John Wilbur and Russ Thompson and everybody here is committed to absolutely giving you the best possible compensation packages, because we want you to make money doing what we feel is a very important job. The third way is the kind of facilities, the kind of working environment and here in Joplin, we spent a lot of money, and it's really been a priority to really dress up this place, make it first class, because you deserve that. Everybody here deserves that. And that's why I'm so proud of this Legacy Lodge, because it is really first class. It shows how much we value the drivers, and you're very important to us. And we have to demonstrate that, and this is a way of demonstrating that. So, and then the last thing is the way that we all work together as a team. This is a team environment, a team sport. It's not just one person that makes Tri-State successful. It's everybody pulling together. And whether it's Vonda or the people that manage the drum fleet, or it's the other dispatchers, or it's the maintenance folks, it's everybody working together that makes us successful. It's all people. And that's why the investing in people is on the bottom of my business card. And it's been there for years, because I really believe it's everyone that makes the company successful. And it's not as important as John Wilbur is as president here. It's not just John that makes us successful. It's everyone here. And we're just so proud of this company, and everybody that's proud of this company.
All right, the last one that I have for you is kind of off topic a little bit, but last spring you received the Horatio Alger Award. And aside from the great honor of that achievement, I need to know, did you get to meet Reba, who is also your fellow recipient?
Yes, I did get to meet Reba.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Horatio Alger, the purpose of the Horatio Alger Association is to recognize 13 people, 12 Americans and 1 Canadian each year, to join this distinguished association. And it was quite an honor for me to be chosen as one of those 13 people last year. And Reba McIntyre was one of the people that was honored with me because she'd gone through tough times of her life in getting to be, before she achieved success. And but the other purpose of the association is to provide scholarships to young people that deserve a chance for a scholarship. And these are young people that are still in high school, that are senior in high school, and they've had all sorts of adversity in their life. For example, last year we gave 115 scholarships to National Horatio Alger Scholars, and about 40% of those scholars had one or more relatives in prison. That's adversity. About a third of the scholars had experienced homelessness during high school. That's adversity. Many of them had suffered physical abuse, sexual abuse, and so all sorts of bad situations. So they've had all of this adversity in their life. And despite that, on average, they have a 3.7 average in high school, and they're determined to go to college. So to me, that, going back to your grit question, that takes real grit when you don't have role models and you still want to go to college. And one of the speakers told us when we were there for this celebration that it's really helpful to these scholars that we believe in them, but it's even more important to the scholars that they believe in themselves, because they've had these messages for years that you're not very worthy, you're going to end up in the gutter just like your relatives have that are in prison, you're not going to have a father at home, you're going to have all of these issues just like we did, the rest of the family did. And notwithstanding those messages, they have the grit to believe that they will go to college and they will be successful. And I just think that's awesome. That's awesome. I met one scholar there, and I just heard this message that it's important that we believe in her, and I said, I believe in you. And I asked her, I said, do you believe in yourself? And she said with tears in her eyes, I'm working on that. Because if people have been through this adversity, they really have to believe in themselves. And so I'm trying to make a difference. Our company's trying to make a difference by helping others that need a helping hand. And the scholars in the Horatio Alger are a perfect example of that. And so it's important that we make a difference in the lives we lead. And I know John and Russ and other folks here are really trying to follow that example. And that's why we're proud of everyone at Tri-State, because we're trying to make a difference in your lives, and we're also trying to make a difference in this world.
Wow.
I'm proud to be here with you today.
Well, that's really awesome. I'm kind of jealous that I didn't get to meet Reba, but I'm okay that I get to spend this time with you. I feel like it's a great honor.
Well, thank you very much, and thanks to all of you.
Can I ask
We have some questions here.
All right.
Okay, what is the drivers?
I got to get in front of the camera. When the camera's on, I always got to get in front of it.
Do you want to sit here?
No, I'm fine.
Oh,
I'm just going to ask Dawn a quick question, then I'll step out. Hello,
Okay.
everybody. It's a question that I'm asked at times, all the time. It can be a difficult question, but I know that Dawn has the same view I do, that we run a very transparent, honest, genuine organization, even when we have difficult times. I know that I speak for everybody in Tri-State and Roadmaster, that we are so happy to be part of the Daseke family. We feel very positive about our prospects, about the Daseke prospects, our sister opcos. But we're asked all the time, well, what about your stock price? And I just tell them that the stock market hasn't recognized really who we are yet, but they will, and just ought to have patience. So I just thought I'd give you the opportunity to address that issue, Don.
Our company is
John, stay there. We've got some other questions.
our company is doing great, and the stock market goes up and down. I mean, the stock market went down last year because the experts in the stock market, and I don't, there are a lot of people think they're experts, thought there was gonna be a recession this year, and so all trucking stocks went down. Well, we were considered we went down along with other transportation stocks. Now, this year, our stock has risen substantially, so I can't guesstimate what the stock price will be, next week, tomorrow, today, or a year from now. I just know that long term, if we do the right things and we progress as a company, our stock will do just fine over the years to come. And I feel very confident of that. And I am very confident of our long-term prospects as a company. We have now exceptional companies, part of the Daseke family. We've got a bright outlook this year. I bought some more stock last December, so I'm not concerned about temporary ups and downs of the stock. I just know that we will be very successful over the years to come.
I know we have a slight time restraint, so we'll just take 2 more minutes here. Don Chambers is one of our owner-operators. Asks, is there a stock option going to be available for owner-operators?
That's a toughie. Because the owner-operators are technically not employees, as they all know. And so we're limited under IRS regulations as to what we can do for people that aren't employees. So that's really gonna be up to the IRS regulations on that. But there are different rules, and we have to obey the rules of the government, as all of us do.
And then, John, maybe you can help out with this one. Jeff and Angela Lodge asked a question. Are other drivers upset that the Legacy Lodge was named after Jeff and Angela?
That's exactly why I named it the Legacy Lodge. No.
But maybe you can explain where the name came from.
Yeah, certainly. And it's the Legacy Lodge. Tri-State has been in business since 1931 and supporting the warfighter since the 30s and 40s. And this company has had dozens, if not hundreds, of incredible employees, long-serving employees, both drivers, mechanics, and office staff. And the Legacy Lodges is just a way for us to honor all of them, past and present. We named it after, in particular, one employee, Charlie Pittman, who's still with us here working hard as an account executive. And we dedicated it to Charlie because his values epitomize what the great employees of Tri-State stand for. And at the core, it's very similar to Don's motto of investing in people. It's we care about people. Charlie cares about people. We care about people. So that's where it all came from. It's really to celebrate the legacy of Tri-State and, most importantly, its employees.
Thank you very much. I know you need to get going. We had over 75 people at one time,
Awesome.
At the last second here. We have many, many others that, just so you know, that offer their thanks, their gratitude, their support for what we're doing and the vision. And I wish I could list everybody by name, but I mean, just tens and tens and tens. Went on the last second, so
Well, I'm very proud to be with all of you today.
Thank you so much.
See you. Great job, Riley.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Scott.
You're great.